Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it might surprise you to know that I bought a little bit of the Ethereum dip this morning. Here's CoinPaprika.com, who is one of my sponsors, but more than that, I like to look at their website more than CoinMarketCap. I think it's a better put together site. Okay, so anyway, this is the Ethereum's down the most on the last 24 hours, and so I went and scooped up a little bit of that. And a side note here that I don't mention every video, but I should mention again every once in a while I say it. My mission is not and never was to hurt Bitcoin or Ethereum. My mission is to get a level playing field. I want them all to succeed, but I want them all to succeed on their own merits on a level playing field. The healthy field of competition, that is what the SEC and Ethereum, the founders and their friends all have tried to prevent, is a level playing field. And that's the reason we've gotten so bent out of shape over it. Give us a level playing field and it's game over. I wanted to show you this. This is a clip that I showed not too long ago. And I want you to see this because this is right over the target to me. This is apparently this guy's at a Kitco conference, a conference where Kitco is or whatever, and they're interviewing him, and they're a gold company, by the way. But listen to what this guy says.
So it's almost guaranteed that the current monetary system, because it's no longer back to gold or anything intrinsic, will fail as well. And it's my thesis of the book that they might to bring gold back into the system, revalue gold, to stabilize the monetary system in a way.
Yes, revalue gold, and it's all going to be hooked up to digital assets like XRP and XLM, and that's the fact, Jack. So that's why those are my top two holdings in crypto, but I'm also accumulating gold, and Glent's my sponsor. And Glent, the link to Glent is in the top of the description of this video, and you need to go click on it. When you click on it, tell them DAI sent you, because hopefully that accounts for something. I don't know if it does or not, but tell them DAI sent you and click on that link. And basically I accumulate gold in here, and I accumulate physical gold, but in here I've got my Glent MasterCard debit card, and I'm able to spend my gold if I need to. All right, this was just a little reminder that I thought worthy of putting out, okay? XRP doesn't need a merge. It already works. XRP is not a demo. It's not a prototype. It's not a toy, as Joseph Lubin called Ethereum one time. It works, and so it doesn't need a merge. It scales, it's faster, it's cheaper, and that's why this whole market has never made any sense the way the SEC with their Ethereum friends have tried to manipulate it, okay? It's never made any sense. Now, look at this. This is from Crypto Bull, and I love the sound of this. XRP is repeating a historical pattern on a more massive scale. Breakout, falling wedge, explosion. If we repeat this, get ready for rockets. I like the sound of it. Now, remember the clip yesterday where Thinking Crypto had interviewed Hester Peirce? Well, John Deaton weighed in on this. I think a lot of people are at the point where it's kind of a, look, Hester, you can talk all you want, but if you're not going to help in this whole thing, you know what's going on here, and you're in a position to out these people and help correct the wrongs here, and you're not doing that. I think even John Deaton's a little pissed. Nothing is stopping Hester Peirce or anyone from saying, I'm not suggesting that anyone did anything wrong, but no harm can come from an investigation into conflicts, and if laws were broken or mistakes were made, we can learn from it and help prevent it from happening again. I saw the other clip of Hester Peirce saying she couldn't comment, but months ago, before Empower got the Hinman ethics emails, Hester did comment that she always found Hinman and Clayton to be ethical. But now that it has been proven that Hinman wasn't, she can't comment. I have praised Commissioner Peirce for over 2 years. I've applauded her for speaking out in disagreement with Clayton and Gary Gensler regarding the lack of clarity. within the digital asset space. I've cited her previous interview with Thinking Crypto in my motions before the court. I stand by all the praise and that everybody's given her. Compared to Clayton, she's had much more foresight, but make no mistake about it, there's nothing legally or ethically preventing her or anyone from saying they support an investigation. If she was able to say she always found Clayton and Hinman ethical in her dealings, she could easily acknowledge that Hinman meeting his partners after being told to stop by SEC ethics looks bad. His firm being a member of the EEA also looks bad and supports an investigation. John is exactly right. Well, what I did, just because it illustrates the absurdity of this, I took, John's Hinman commercial. I put Hester Peirce answering this question at the beginning and at the end. I'm only going to show you the beginning just to illustrate the absurdity. I'm not going to show you the whole video, but I think that it perfectly illustrates how absurd it is that we can't get one person in Congress to ask for an investigation of this at the SEC, and we can't get one person at the SEC to blow the whistle on what they know has gone on here, or just call for an investigation of it.
Is there anything that you're aware of that happened at the SEC that you could be a whistleblower to?
I just can't comment on that question.
When William Hinman was named Director of Corporation Finance at the SEC, he fought to keep getting millions of dollars in payments from his old law firm, Simpson Thacher. But Hinman was warned by the ethics office it would be a crime to do anything that would affect Simpson Thacher. No meetings, no phone calls, or he'd be breaking criminal law. But Hinman ignored the legal warnings. He met with Simpson Thacher again.
All right, so that's that. Now, then I found an interview like within the last few days that Hester Peirce did on this Next to Madison, and this is 1,000% false. The entire crypto market has been built around Bill Hinman's speech, and these people don't even want to look into it. You've got a completely false market that's been built around Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the whole reason is because at the SEC, they gave those two commodity designations really specifically because of Bill Hinman's speech, which they now say was just his opinion. So you have this whole false market that's been built, and they won't even acknowledge what we're talking about here because they can't. So she says this, and it's just not true.
No, again, it'll be the market that ultimately decides which of these projects has something that is of lasting value and which don't. And that's something that I think we'll see play out over time.
Folks, what if the last time the market was showing which ones of these was going to go the furthest over time? When that happened, it was in 2018, folks, when XRP was up more than any digital asset in this entire space, and that's when the shenanigans started. That's when all of the shenanigans started, and we've shown you the video, we've shown you the timeline, their own words. That's when it all started, and it was for a reason. And for her to say that the free market, this market's going to determine this, yeah, if you give us a level playing field, it will. And XRP will, my prediction, I know it, XRP will be so far in front of Ethereum and Bitcoin and all this other crap that you won't even know, you won't even be able to see it. And they know it. That's the reason for the shenanigans. That's the reason all these people are stepping in like this and lawsuits are happening. Now, Gary Gensler decided he wanted to do, he's got to do a lot of PR now because he can't address the elephant in the room. And so he has to go out there and just give you more BS. Well, he did give BS. He did an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal. I don't waste my money subscribing to the Wall Street Journal, but I was able to find the article. And the gist of this article, surprisingly, a lot of it is him talking. He's basically talking about how crypto comes under securities law and da-da-da-da-da. He won't address Ethereum. He won't address any of that stuff, the ETH and all that. But his theme in this, and I actually clipped out the article so people could read it. But the theme of what he's saying in here, a lot of it, is about lending and how crypto lending very clearly falls under securities laws. Well, while back I put this out because he had said that.
Just think of it this way. You've got a bunch of platforms, crypto lending platforms.
And by the way, what you're hearing in the background is a tornado siren. At noon on Saturday, every Saturday, the tornado siren goes off. And so you'll just have to watch this through that.
A bunch of people are building lending platforms on Ethereum. And right now it's going to start off as totally crypto. So you're going to lend it. You're going to be able to lend like your Ether to the smart contract. The smart contract will in turn lend it out to other people, right? And it's weird. It's crypto. And you know, people will say, oh, but it's only for Ethereum. And that's not for mainstream people. But then look, you add in the stable coins. And I think stable coins will be working. And you know, you'll have some like scaled out working stable coins in a couple of years.
That had been offering anywhere from 4% yields to 20% yields in an interest rate environment that was generally for short-term deposits less than 1%.
It's pretty rich and diversified series of things that you guys are doing there. Lending, staking, swap transactions, and then prop investing in a kind of de facto VC context. I think the thing that may have struck most people is the scale of your staking book. I believe you said over 1,000 validators, 1.5 billion US notional.
10,000. So
10,000
validators at 32 Ether per validator before the staking rewards. So, yeah.
I mean, this makes you one of the largest staking books in the world.
Yes.
See, so the point is, Gary Gensler says it's all under securities laws, and however, the Ethereum guys get a complete exemption. Everything's under securities laws, but it doesn't apply to the Ethereum guys for lending and all of that. And then we've got this. You remember the picture of Brad Garlinghouse sealing the deal in Brazil. And I said, when Brazilian regulators say, come in and see us, they actually work something out to better their country and then have a Bloody Mary and shots to celebrate. Go Brazil, what has happened to the USA? This is your legacy, Gary and Hester Peirce. And then this, I put this out this morning. So Ripple starts their business in the USA and work with regulators from the start. Ethereum locates in Switzerland to avoid regulators, meets with Russia, China, and North Korea. Gary Gensler, Hester Peirce, Exile Brad Garlinghouse to do business in other countries. Vitalik Buterin is protected, his words, not mine, mafia style in the USA. Now look at this. That's Brad Garlinghouse in exile in Brazil. And then here's Vitalik Buterin meeting there with Vladimir Putin. Here's his former Ethereum developer. Now, the way they positioned this is that this guy on his own went to North Korea and gave an Ethereum presentation. But if you study up on this guy, this Virgil Griffith guy, he literally was a roommate with Vitalik Buterin for a time. So the idea that he just decided for himself and went to North Korea kind of blows my mind. The other thing I'm wondering is, why is it illegal for Virgil Griffith to go to North Korea and do a presentation on Ethereum, but it's not illegal for Vitalik Buterin to go to China and give an Ethereum presentation? That's kind of weird to me too. I wanted to finish this thing by reminding you all, crypto hacks this year, 2 billion. Okay? Do everything you can to protect yourself. And one of the things I do is I have a VPN. I'll put a link to PureVPN in the top of the description of this video. Click the link and tell them DAI sent you, okay? That's the way to go. That's how you should roll. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family. You got to have a virtual private network to surf the web anonymously.